Welcome to www.richartistpoorartist.com. Today's video is about copyright infringement. All artists are concerned when they find out that their art has been reproduced or shown without their permission. Whether the art appears in print, on television, in film, or on the internet, issues of copyright infringement are more prevalent than ever. Artists who realize that their art is being used without their permission almost always assume that their artistic copyright has been violated and that they must take corrective action, legal or otherwise. Treating every such incident as infringement and legally actionable, however, is not necessarily a good idea. Several years ago, for example, an artist saw one of her paintings hanging on the set of a popular television show. She filed suit against the show's producers based on the fact that she had not given them permission to use her art. She won the suit, but in doing so, an argument can be made that she made life more difficult rather than easier for her fellow artists. The television show's lead actor happened to be an art collector. One way that he expressed his support for the arts and for the artists in his collection was to hang their art on the sets of the shows. He did not show their art to make money or to save the costs of having to use prop art instead. He showed it to honor the artists, pay them tribute, and encourage people to buy art. He did not show it for personal gain. The question that any artist faced with a possible copyright infringement issue must ask is this: are the violators using my art to make money for themselves? In the above example, the art in question did not increase the show's revenues, but rather honored the artist and encouraged collecting. The set designers could have just as easily hung a print or a poster or even left the wall blank. Instead of taking legal action, the artist should have accepted the showing of her art as a distinction and a compliment, and proudly added that fact to her resume. After all, how many artists can say that their art was seen on national television by tens of millions of people? The exposure certainly did more for her reputation than it did for either the lead actor's reputation or the show's ratings. As an artist, you have to decide, on a case-by-case basis, whether or not and under what conditions to allow your art to be reproduced, and, if it is reproduced or used without your permission, whether or not to take legal action. Publicity can sometimes be as good or better for your career than money even when the letter of the law is not being followed. Okay. Hop on over to www.richartistpoorartist.com to get more info on how you can stop being a starving artist and start making a 6-fi.